A group of Bloomington City Council members is proposing a new law to protect people experiencing homelessness and camping in city parks. But as Ethan Burks reports, not all city officials are on board.
Bloomington's long-standing quarrel with the issue of homelessness came to a boil again this winter when an encampment began in Seminary Park. The city then decided to enforce park rules that prohibit overnight sleeping. The camp was removed twice in early December and then again in mid-January. But now the City Council will consider an ordinance that would give certain protections to these types of encampments.
It is not an ideal step. It is not ideal for anybody to be camping outside in this weather. However, people are doing it, and people will do it regardless, because there will always be people who cannot go to a homeless shelter.
Piedmont Smith, along with fellow council members Matt Flaherty and Kate Rosenbarger, are co-sponsoring Ordinance 21-06. The law would require the city to give a 15-day notice before removing any future encampment, as well as to store people's personal belongings for up to 60 days for retrieval.
Our current policies criminalize homelessness and violate our residents' rights and dignity. This ordinance is a way to stop doing that.
The proposal would also let the city choose where an encampment is allowed, but under two conditions: that it must be within 1 mile of an organization that serves meals 5 times per week, and that it must have access to a public restroom. Bloomington has 3 places which provide these services: Wheeler Mission, Beacon, and the Community Kitchen. An encampment would have to be somewhere within these zones.
It gives the city a path to proper, humane ways of getting everything they want while honoring the obvious needs of our unhoused neighbors. It will clearly establish a zone that will not affect business or residential areas.
But not everyone supports the proposed law. City Council members are split on the decision, and Mayor John Hamilton and his administration are against it.
I'm not sure it's in the city's core service area to locate a place for people who are experiencing homelessness for a place to stay.
Reniason says the city does not have the staff to maintain a 24/7 encampment, nor is it qualified to do so. He says it's the city's job to keep working with local organizations to solve the problem. The Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce issued a statement saying it does not support the law either, due to several complaints from businesses near Seminary Park. And Bloomington Parks and Recreation is worried the ordinance would result in added costs and staffing for its department.
To build a brand new restroom in an area that does not currently have a restroom is upwards to $175,000.
Another key point of debate was the language of the ordinance itself, which says a camp may not be removed if sufficient housing isn't available. The council as a whole is asking for more clarification and says it cannot make a final decision until those details are straightened out.
I frankly think it's flawed on many levels, not the least of which is the fiscal impact that has not been successfully studied and presented to us, and that's one of our biggest responsibilities up here.
The issue will be discussed by council again next week. For Indiana Newsdesk, I'm Ethan Burks.